Vairagya means absence of love for objects other than Lord Shri Krishna. And knowledge means clear comprehension of the nature and form of Jiva, Maya, and Isha. Jeev is one who is installed in the heart, is atomic and subtle, is all consciousness as far as the body is concerned, is the knower, is pervading all over the body by means of his power of knowledge, and bears characterizations such as indivisibility, invulnerability, eternity, and so on. Maya is one which constitutes the three qualities Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, is ignorance incarnate, is power of Lord Shri Krishna, and is the cause prima for body consciousness and personal attachment for the body physical and everything else related to it on the part of Jeev. Just as Jeev is installed in the heart, so does Isha abide in the heart of Jeev as the inner controller, is absolutely independent, and is Judge Supreme, the bestower of the fruits of all actions of all Jeevs. That Isha is Lord Shri Krishna, is Supreme Brahma, is Bhagwan, is Purushottam, is choice deity, and is the source of all incarnation. When Lord Shri Krishna is with Radha, he is known as Radha Krishna. When he is with Rukmini, Rama, that is Lakshmi Ji, he is known as Lakshmi Narayan. When he is with Arjun, he is known as Nar Narayan. And when he is with Balbhadra and others, he is named and known accordingly. These bhakts, Radha and others, sometimes stay by his side, and sometimes, on account of love par excellence, stay in his body divine. Then he is described as alone. Therefore, none shall draw lines of differentiation among his various forms, be it with 4 arms, or 8 arms, or 1,000 arms, and so forth. For he always has 2 arms and assumes all these forms according to his will. All persons on the earth, therefore, shall with fervent devotion worship him alone. All shall know that in this world there is nothing more conducive to the realization of salvation than his bhakti. Bhakti of Lord Shri Krishna and association with the saintly persons. These two are the highest achievements for persons endowed with merits like learning. Without these two qualities, even the most learned shall decay and be degraded. Lord Sri Krishna, his incarnations and his forms only shall form the objects for meditation. One shall never meditate upon Jeevas, men as well as deities, though however great bhakts and knowers of Brahma they may be. One shall first consider oneself as distinctly different from the three bodies: gross, sthul, subtle, sukshma, and causal, karan. Then shall identify oneself with Brahma, and then with that form sublime shall always worship Lord Shri Krishna. All shall hear with respect, daily or at least once a year, the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavad. Those who are learned shall read it daily or once a year. And shall perform Puruscharya, that is, reading and hearing sacred Shastras with due rites and ceremonies of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavad and of Sri Vishnu Sahasranam and such other books in holy places according to their means, for the performance of such Puruscharya always brings in desired results. In times of disasters caused by forces of nature, or by human beings, or by diseases, all shall behave in a way so as to protect themselves and others, but shall not act otherwise. Achar, that is conduct, Vyavahar, that is social behavior, and Prayashchit, that is expiation, in life shall always be adopted according to place, time, age, monetary condition, varna, that is class, and ability. Know you all, qualified monotheism, Vishishtadvait, is the doctrine of philosophy I favor. Golok is the abode divine dear to me, and in that abode with body divine, to be in service divine of Lord Sri Krishna is the final beatitude according to me. So far are described general dharmas for all the followers, males and females, tyagis and householders. All alike shall act accordingly. I now proceed to describe their special dharmas separately.